The Golden Rose is here, Group 1 racing for the 3-year-olds, 1400 metres at Rosehill Gardens. We've got Corey Brown with us again. We're going to go through the speed map as we do each and every week. We'll start at the top end. How does the early stages of the Golden Rose play out, Corey?
I don't think there's going to be as much tempo the last time these guys went around. I think Butch Cassidy, drawn 8, is going to have to sort of, push across. Moravi's not going to show as much gate speed drawn as soft. He's going to take the sit this week.
Yeah, I think that's a key, isn't it? Because we saw that Moravia there in the run to the Rose had no choice but to carve across from the wide gate.
Correct.
However, I think they'd like to take a trail. Where does that leave us? Maybe Butch Cassidy is left in front. Libertad's got natural speed. I think they'd like some cover, but whether they get the scenario that eventuates where they do get cover, I don't know. Cylinder, we have to speak about him. Nash Rawiller, he's drawn a lovely gate just to get a trail in behind.
He just perches up 2-3 pairs back. He just gets the run of the race. With these horses going forward from there, sort of somewhat tricky draws. The only one Nash has got to be concerned about, I think, is snapback. If they push forward on snapback from that tricky draw, could make things a little bit tricky.
Yeah, he's the wild card, isn't he? Because we don't really know what the intention will be from the wide gate, but he has got speed and drawn where he is.
Yep.
Maybe they do go handlebars down. If Butch Cassidy does happen to cross, all of a sudden he gets a trail.
Correct.
Settle outside the lead, so maybe it's not too bad of a scenario, but we did see Cylinder half miss the kick there in the run to the Rose, so hopefully he does jump cleaner. Charmstone gets a lovely trail from barrier 1. The same can be said for NCAP, who showed more speed there last time out. Militarise, 1400 metres. I know you've got your eye on him.
Yeah, I really like this horse. I loved his first up run. I thought he worked home really, really well. The Magic Man goes back on board. I think that's going to be key to this horse. Would love to see a little bit more, dampness in the track. Drawn 2, I think Joe will take that little option to ride him a little bit closer than what people think, just because of the soft draw. Yeah,
he just looks to default into a position a little bit closer than normal. As we go towards the back half of the race, the big talking point is going to be Shinzo. He's going to divide punters because he's first up 1400 metres, not the most conventional setup. Ryan Moore flown over for the ride. What do they do from the gate?
I think he's in a perfect position there, providing they go quick enough up front, just so they can string out a little bit. We know what finish he's got if he's got good tempo on. I think it sets up great for Don Corleone and Shinzo. They'll be back basically smoking their pipes.
Yeah, we have seen history to suggest that the barriers in the Golden Rose don't typically mean that much. No. If you're good enough, you can overcome it. If they get a trail into the race at the right time, if a snapback carries them far enough, they should be fighting out the finish. I guess you could say King Colorado, he's a similar profile to Militarise in that he's probably a miler, more of a miler type. However, again, if he gets the speed to suit, he could be having something to say in the finish late.
The best thing about these runners are going to be back. The way Rosehill raced, I think, a fortnight ago, they were coming down the middle of the track from behind. So it suits these runners. Generally, racing at Rosehill generally suits up on speed runners. Doesn't really favour horses coming from back and down the middle of the track, but the way it's been racing, I think it sets up really well for these two.
Yep, all riders get their chance. All right, we'll go back towards the middle. Where have you lent? I know you were toing and froing as far as a tip goes. Not the most straightforward Golden Rose this year. Nah,
Militarise for me. Again, I'd love to see a little bit more dampness in the track. Not going to get it, but Magic Man going back on board, I think, is a big plus.
The magic hands there of Joe Moreira. I've gone with NCAP at the price. Double figure odds. I love the way that he accelerated there to win the Ming Dynasty. He ran fast time. It was over the Rosehill 1400 metres. And I think the cherry on top there is just where he's going to find himself in the run. So he shouldn't have any excuses. But there's going to be so many different opinions in this race. Good luck to anyone having a bet on the Golden Rose. And hopefully you do find the winner.